The Earth loses 18.7 million acres of forest per year, which is equal to 27 soccer fields every minute. As much as 80% of the world's forests have been destroyed since the advent of human civilization. 50% of the world's tropical forests have been cleared, and we are destroying rainforests so quickly that they may be gone in 100 years. One of the most stark indicators of rising global temperatures has been the rapid decline of Arctic sea ice. Since the satellite data record began in 1978, average sea ice has decreased by 13% per decade. Over the past century, the average height of the sea has risen more consistently. Today, the sea level is 8 inches higher on average than it was in 1900.
We have not come here to beg world leaders to care. You have ignored us in the past and you will ignore us again. We have run out of excuses and we are running out of time. We have come here to let you know that change is coming, whether you like it or not. The real power belongs to the people.
Justice now. People gonna rise like the water. Our future's on the line. I hear the voice of my sons and daughters saying climate justice now. Everybody! People gonna rise like the water. Our future's on the line. I hear the voice of my sons and daughters saying climate justice now. People gonna rise.
Extinction Rebellion are a movement, not an organisation, and they stand for our 3 demands, which is 1, to tell the truth about the climate and ecological crisis, 2, to zero out on emissions by 2025, and 3, create a citizens' assembly, which is a democracy fit for purpose.
You really made the grade, and the papers want to know who shirts you
Our
wear.
government and media are hiding how bad the situation is because they believe that the people can't handle it. With Extinction Rebellion, we believe that people, if they know the truth, they will act correctly. And so that's why we want to tell the truth. The second one, Zero by 2025, is in accordance with the IPCC report that came out last year that says that if we don't zero out on emissions by 2030, then we're an existential threat. And we say by 2025.
Hey, look it on tight to that coal train tonight. Tell me who's gonna padlock the chain. I name you their leader in crime. Woo-hoo! He's the CEO of Peabody Mine. Extinction Rebellion! Extinction Rebellion! Extinction Rebellion! Extinction Rebellion! Extinction Rebellion! Extinction Rebellion! This is a climate emergency!
I was studying at uni and I decided to go on a little drive around to find some intentional communities who were self-sustaining, and as I was driving around I was going to these beautiful properties that were supposed to be able to just live off the land themselves, and they were not able to because their grass wasn't growing, so they couldn't feed their cows, and their lakes where their fish were drying up, and so it was very scary. It was really scary to see these people who had planned themselves to have this lifestyle of living off the land and could no longer do it because our planet is dying and because of the crisis that we're going through. Even people living on rivers were suffering from lack of water. So I landed in Melbourne and I found some scientists and I was like, what's the best thing I can do? And they said, Extinction Rebellion, and that's where I landed. And I wasn't an activist before this. I'm not, I don't consider myself radical. I consider myself a concerned citizen who has seen and listened to the scientists and to people like Greta Thunberg and has to stand up. Yeah, we have to stand up.
This is a climate emergency! This is a climate emergency!
This is a climate emergency!
This is a climate emergency! This is a climate emergency! The time to act was yesterday! The time to act was yesterday!
business as usual equals death, and we have to stand, we have to disrupt the system. The system that we have at the moment is not working, and it is causing a crisis beyond belief, where we are going to have 1 in 9 people as refugees, and our air, food and water is under threat. Our oceans are dying, our air won't be able to be breathable, and our soil is, UN says our soil only has 60 harvests left. So my message to you is to disrupt what we're doing at the moment, and to stop and reflect and become regenerative to our land rather than destructive.